I think we're really looking at some new iPads and the long-awaited Air tags, these lost item trackers that Apple's been rumored to be releasing for quite a bit. And I think we'll also obviously hear about iOS 14.5, the long-awaited update that has Mark Zuckerberg and the ad industry on the seat of their pants.
Yes. How much do you think the needle moves forward on that latter point? And do you expect, I mean, I've been struck personally the way in which the rhetoric, at least, has been elevated with Tim Cook on Kara Swisher's podcast. Do you expect that to get even more heated?
I expect it to get more heated from the Facebook side and the app sides, other apps and other companies that have been very vocal about it. I think that they will keep pushing on it. I don't think Apple cares anymore. I think they've waited. They put some delays in place, or they allowed the product to evolve a little bit because of this backlash. They have worked and given them time, and so I don't think that Apple's really going to keep this rhetoric going. I think they're just ready for it to come out.
Right. And Joanna, what about some of the wild cards that have been speculated may come out today as well, like augmented reality features or Mac-related upgrades? Will this move the needle?
I don't think we're going to see the Mac upgrades as much as I'd like to. I think that the combo of the chip shortage and also Apple just sort of wanting to put more focus on the Mac, I think that we might see that later on in the spring or later on in the summer. Certainly, we're all waiting on the iMac. That's been long in the tooth for a while, and we're just waiting for that to be updated. On the AR stuff, I think, again, we will continue to hear about AR in the context of the iPad, and they've updated the iPad with LiDAR and other sensors, and it's got a big, beautiful screen, and this new one's supposed to have an even better screen. And so how you can use that, I don't think we're going to hear about AR in the sense of the glasses, the long-rumored glasses or mixed reality headset.
Joanna, remember when Steve Jobs and Tim Cook in particular said the iPad was the future of the computer? Now we're in this weird position where the iPad Pro seems to be kind of the leading edge of iPad, and it's pretty expensive. Meanwhile, the MacBook Air is the leading edge of the Mac. It's kind of sub $1,000, $999 with an M1 chip, and it runs iPad apps. What is going on? Why do I need an iPad?
I have the same question, actually, and I use my iPad, and I had an iPad Pro I was reviewing for quite a bit of time, and I hung on to it, and I was using it here and there. Then I got the M1 MacBook Pro, and I never touch my iPad. I realized that might be a sort of a niche scenario. I type a lot. I like the laptop form factor. I think we're going to hear the sell today about the other things you can do with the iPad that you can't do with a Mac, right? Writing on the screen, the touch screen being a big factor of that, this new pencil that we're probably going to hear about, other sorts of functionality and mobile technology that you'd want to attach to just a screen. I think that's what we're going to hear. I think also the screen technology, again, they're going to probably make a very big deal about mini LED technology. So I think Apple's trying to differentiate, but my long question is, why not just put a touch screen on the Mac?
Joanna, back to Facebook iOS. You always have the creative way of looking at various trends in technology, and you've had some fun with this one. Take a look at this.
In one corner, Apple CEO Tim Cook. In the other, the Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg.
Well, folks, that's going to leave a mark. Pun intended.
I like that better than the elevator pitch. That's really good.
You like it? I brought these guys, too, today. I put some makeup on them. They're ready for air. I know you were having a hard time booking both of them together, so here you go. Sorry, producers.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly,
I can't wait
did this
to see if there's a round two.
Yeah, and I did this honestly to help people explain to people what's coming with this iOS update. It is very complicated what's happening behind the scenes with the IDFA and ad tracking and what that is doing behind and what that's doing with your data. And so the heart of this is really an explainer of what's happening when we get this update, probably sometime this week or sometime next week.
Yep. Joanna, thanks for helping us to set up the event later on today. We'll talk to you later. Joanna Stern of the Wall Street Journal.